Hi, welcome to Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns, and it is Whatever Wednesday. And I thought that I would work on some creasing. I was talking to my sister-in-law, and we were laughing and carrying on, and now my voice is all funny. So yeah, I'm going to work on some creasing. So while I make this video, yeah, did I bring, let me see. Oh, if I did, I don't know if I brought it upstairs or not. I might have to do, yeah, I did. Good. Before I start, I did bring it. So, before I start off my video, I'm going to do a few shout outs because I didn't do my shout outs yesterday like I said I was going to do. That one. I just have a few brushes that I like to use when I crease, and I bounce around between them, weirdly enough. Depending on the size of the crease, depends on the size of the brush I pick. So, yeah, so I want to do my shout outs at the beginning of this video. Ooh, I'm getting low on creases mix. I'm going to have to order some more. Actually, I like to pick out my paints myself when I go there, because I like to hang out with Brenda when I go to McPherson's to get my paints. So I'm about due to go and get some more paint supplies. Just running low on creases mix and burnt umber. I'm getting a little low on. And what else was I getting low on? Was it my veining, or my veining's still pretty full, I think? No, my veining's still pretty full. This one. Shoot. This is my other creases mix, actually. It's just a lighter colored crease mix. This is the one creases mix that McPherson's makes, but I find it too light, too peachy colored. This is the darker creases mix that I really like to use, which is very similar to the strawberry lips, but a little bit different. Yeah, I think that was the only other one that I was getting kind of low on. So yeah, but anyway, I'll do my shout outs. Just give this a stir. And I use this straight the way it is. I don't mix it down. I just use a very small amount at a time. It takes me forever, but that's okay. and everybody reborns differently, so you know, everyone does their own thing differently. So. Okay, so I have some shout outs for channels, which I will, there's a pencil right there, good. I will put a link to all these channels that I mention in the description of this video when the video is finished. Love for Reborns is one channel that I have found, and I think it's a newer one that I've found, so I haven't watched a whole lot of videos. But it's a newer one. And Booties and Bonnets is another one that I have found. That was a newer one. It was a subscriber that I decided to go and check out her channel, and I ended up subscribing. And then My Therapy Reborn Group. She is from Australia, and she does a lot of outing videos. Well, not outing, get-together videos with other reborners, or not so much all reborners, but collectors, where they get together and they use reborn dolls as therapy dolls. So that is a really cool channel to see them all getting together like that. And pardon me, Jailene and Reborns, Jailene, Jailene and Reborns. So that's another one. And then Dahlz Partz by Brandy. I met her through Miracle Babies Nursery live videos. Brandy used to comment all the time in the chats, and I chatted up with her all the time. So yeah, Dahlz Partz by Brandy. And one more is Maya Reborns. She's just a young lady, a sweet young lady, and she is right into reborns as well. And I think she reborns too, but because she's always selling dolls here and there. So I think she reborns. I could be wrong on that one. I've been wrong many times before. So, oh yeah, I need remove that. So there's the shout outs for those channels. I will rename them off at the end of the video. That works. Okay. There, clean into that sponge. Now I need a couple of these for I don't even know what you call it. Spreading it. Because I don't know. Yeah, anyway. So there we go. Exciting, exciting. But these channels, you'll enjoy them if you check them out. Support each other, help each other out, for sure. So I'm working on a little tink kit right now. This is a twin for Reborn Mama 2017's other tink that I made. So, yeah. Blending. That's the word I was looking for. Blending. Like my Tammy Tiny Tots t-shirt. I don't sell merch, but I ordered it for myself and my aunt to wear at the doll show. Let me go to the doll show. Yep. T-shirt just with my nursery name on it. So yeah. But so I hope everyone's been having a good week so far. Happy hump day, as they say. I've had a crazy week, crazy busy in some aspects. Took a nice walk yesterday, killed my hip. Tonight, John gets home from work. I'm going to Ingersoll, which is a small town, probably about half an hour drive from London. But a lady has a really cute little kitchen set, secondhand, but it's gorgeous little kitchen set. Like, I mean, it's stinking adorable. So I am buying that for my grandkids for the bedroom. Now Elena's birthday's coming up, so I thought it'd be a nice surprise when she comes to play that there's a kitchen set in the... I've wanted a kitchen set for, you know, for her to play with. Well, because she loves, now she's right into playing with her dolls and pretending to feed them and making food for them and stuff like that. So I've wanted to get a kitchen set for her to be able to play with here. Now this is a toy that would stay at grandma's, not go outside of grandma's. But I think that boys, like the boys, will love playing with the kitchen set just as much as she does, because I know my son, when he was a little guy, he loved playing, pretending to cook with, you know, along with his sisters and stuff like that. So I don't see anything wrong with little boys playing with a toy kitchen. So this little kitchen is absolutely adorable. Like, it even has a little window with curtains. Like, oh my god, curtains. So cute. So yeah, I really, 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 really want to get that for bedroom for her to play with and for them to play with once they're big enough. Ezra's now walking, so he'll be able to play with it now when he visits, which he'll be here. Andrew and Haley and Ezra are coming for the weekend of Elena's actual birthday on the 20th. They're coming down, and so Ez and Elena can play house together and cook together. Even though Ezra's at that age now where he makes Elena mad really easy. She's like, oh, Ez! And she gets really mad at him because she'll be trying to do something and he likes to destroy it. She was trying to build a Lego tower and he, you know, went over and smashed it. And she was like, Grandma, Ez keeps breaking my tower. She gets really mad. It's pretty cute, actually. It's fun watching them have little disputes. So the fun of having a cousin. So fun. But yeah. So I'll show you here. Now I'm going very lightly. I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting. I need the lighting coming on the head for myself, so it's really hard to show the creasing, but I'm just going and taking all the little creases in the back of her neck there and making them a little more prominent with a little bit of dark color to make them stand up. Stand out, not stand up. We don't want your creases standing up. That'd be scary, wouldn't it? But yeah. So that's what we're doing. She's a bald baby, so you're going to see all these creases. There won't be any hair hanging down to hide them. Sometimes I pick and choose which creases I'm going to crease and which ones I'm not. Some creases you don't really want to paint because, well, for instance, I was the one sculpt that I had bought when I first bought it. My teacher, Shelly said to me, she says, when you paint this kit, because she helped me pick out all my supplies when I first started out, and she said, when you paint this kit that you've purchased, she said, make sure you don't do these particular creases on the forehead. And I'm like, okay. And you know, like, kind of, I guess I had that look on my face like I needed an explanation kind of why. And she said, because if you do the creases on that part of the forehead, she said, the baby looks angry. Really, really angry. So you have to kind of watch what creases that you choose to add that detail to, because you don't want, you know, an angry baby. Nobody wants an angry baby. Just want a happy baby. So, yep. So, oh goodness. So tonight I'm going to go pick up the kitchen set. I'm so excited. I've wanted to get one for in the grandkids' room for a while, but not like, I was looking for that perfect one, you know, that perfect kitchen set, not just any old kitchen set. My kids had one when they were kids. I first bought it for my oldest and my second oldest, the Christmas, well, it was Jessie's first Christmas because she was born in January, so it was her first Christmas, and I bought it for her and Tasha for Christmas. Actually, that was the year that I got their dad and I got married, and I actually used the money from the wedding, because you know people give you cards with a little bit of cash sometimes. Well, I used the cash that we received at our wedding to buy the girls a children's kitchen set for Christmas, because it was something that would have been out of my budget to buy normally. So the extra money from the wedding helped to pay for that, which was really, really cool. So, okay. So I'll show this ear. Second here. So if you can see that, the ear has much more. Let me see if I turn this lamp on, maybe that'll help. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a lamp over there too. All right, so as you can see, I've given a little bit of dimension now to the inside of the ear in comparison to this side. As you can see, there's no paint, but where the shadowing is we add that darkness. Yeah, That lamp helped. Huh, who would have known? I don't use that lamp quite as much. But now I know I'll use it for these videos. Because this is the first video I've made in this area. And my last time was where my table used to be. Because I moved my reborning area to upstairs rather than downstairs. So there we go. Second ear. Yeah, I'm still waiting on a package. It's taken forever to leave the town it was mailed out in. I couldn't believe it. Like, it was accepted at the post office on Friday. Okay, so it missed the Friday pickup, you know, to go get taken out in the truck. But Monday, it didn't move all day. It didn't move. Tuesday, it finally started moving and headed, like, was in transit finally on Tuesday. It's like, what the heck was the holdup on that? Like, holy crap. Why is it taking so long? So hopefully, my new baby will be here soon. Hope so. I can't wait. Because that baby's going to go with me at Christmas time up to see family. Yipper. Going to go with me to see family. It's going to be my Christmas traveler this year. So, yep. Now I got to figure out, though. I wasn't even thinking. Our son is supposed to go with us Christmas Day up to some relative's house. Oops. And I wasn't even thinking about the dogs. I don't have anyone to watch my dogs. I have to see if someone will come and stay with the dogs. But it's Christmas Day, so I don't know. Even if they'll just come over and let the dogs out a couple times and sit with the dogs for, you know, half an hour or so before they go home. Something. Somebody's got to watch my puppies. So I can normally I can take them with me if I have to up to my son's, but I can't take them to where we're going on Christmas Day because they have a whole bunch of dogs already. And adding my dogs to the brood, like, I know my son's dogs, they like my dogs, so there's never any problems. There's no wars, there's no fighting. But I don't know how the other dogs would react to my dogs, so yeah. So I just don't know. Alrighty. Okay, so that's got the creasing in ears looking good. Looking good. So, yeah. Let's see. So I know I bored your ears off the other day talking about how much it costs to reborn. Why these dolls are not cheap. Did anyone get over there and watch Patty's video that I put in the description of that video? Because Patty's video went a little more in depth than mine did. So now we've done in her nostril holes, given them a little bit of coloring. So yeah, I haven't sold that doll, the one doll yet that I had up for sale. I haven't sold that one yet. Somebody had actually asked me to come down in his price, and I tried to explain to her that I am selling this doll for as cheap as I possibly can sell this doll. Because like I said, I'm not out to get rich by making reborns. I'm just not. I'm just out to make them for the joy of making them and making a tiny little bit of money off of making them, but I'm not out to get, a ton of profit off of them, but I'm still want to make at least something for my effort, not give the doll away for just the price that it cost me to make it. So unfortunately, everybody's looking for a deal right now, which I understand. Hey, I shop on a budget all the time, so I completely get it. Completely get it. But it doesn't mean I'm going to come down on my price. I'm just not. My prices are set as low as I possibly can go. And I'll use this one. But some people just don't. They don't understand, so they ask for a deal. But I'm already giving you a deal with my prices as low as they are. Oop, 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 oop. There we go. The neighbors must be like opening and closing car doors because I keep hearing something. And then that gets me excited thinking, oh, I got that on the side of your nose. No. Gets me thinking that maybe they're here to deliver my baby, but nope. But one can hope, right? I just want this baby so bad. I'm so excited. She's a cutie. Yep, she's a she. I already have her name picked out as well. Yes, I do. I already have her name picked out. So now you can probably see those creases a little better at the back of the head. Yeah, now you can. Couldn't before, but you can now. The fun and joys. This is the intricate part. This part, creasing, I find takes me the longest because I'm always I go on very lightly. Sometimes I end up doing 2 layers of creasing, believe it or not, because I did it so light that the first time that I didn't, I end up after a couple layers of skin tone, you end up having to go back and recrease in spots because your creases were too light and they just kind of got lost in the skin tone. That's what I found. Not always, but sometimes. So, all right. So there we go. A little bit of creasing, defining her face a little bit at the front and the back and around her neck. A little tiny bit here, maybe a little shadowing right there. Not a lot. Didn't even put any more paint on my brush, just using the little bits left in my brush. There we go. There. Give her a little more definition on that little chin. There you go. So there, as you can see, it took me like 26 minutes of this video just to do that little bit of creasing on the ears and around the back of the neck with their little wrinkles and her face. Yeah, it's not a fast process. This is definitely not something you do if you want to do something quickly. That is not what reborning is to me. Reborning to me is nice and slow and, you know, just take your time and it'll all work out. I'll show you the belly plate after. So here's the belly plate before. There's no crease lines. I hear a bigger truck outside. I hear it, but I don't see it. But I'll do this last little bit here, and then I'll show you it. Okay, I had to put it on the table because my hand was shaking a little bit. Shaky is not good when you're trying to get in tiny little creases. I like this already pre-mixed creases mix. I actually really like this color. Like I said, they have several different shades of creases mix. Shelly, the lady who makes up these different pre-mixed colors herself, she just takes the combination of what she uses and mixes them up in advance so you can just buy the pre-made mixes, and I love that. There's some that I make up myself, like I make up my own mottlings and things like that, but I do like this creases mix for sure. I bought the lighter creases mix. I'm not big on it. I mean, it's not bad or anything. It's just not. I find I have to kind of really goop it on there in a sense. Like you have to, you know, go on thicker with it to even be able to notice it. And I just, yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. So I just don't. I prefer this one out of the two, but I've tried them both. And I end up always coming back to this one. So I just buy this one now instead. Don't even bother buying the other one anymore. That's just from when I first bought it years ago. A couple of years now I've had that one. This is my second of this crease mix. So one of these little tiny containers, it'll last quite a while. Like, They do last a fair amount of time, so if you're interested in getting into reborning, these paints do go, because as you can see, I'm barely using a smidgen of it to get the creases, so it's very, it does go fairly long, like long way. Which is good. So, okay. Just blend her a little. This is my newest brush. I bought this one at McPherson's just recently. I really like this one. These green ones I got. These are all ones I bought at McPherson's as well. And this pink one I got when I did the painting class. And I got some of the green ones from the painting class as well. I also got this blue one from the painting class, but I'll be honest, I don't like this brush. I like this end of it. I just don't like this brush because as you're painting and your fingers are sweating and stuff, the handle paint starts to come off on my hand, as you can see. So I don't like the dark blue. Now I have a small one, but it doesn't seem to do it as much. Now this one's hard because I used it for, and this is the only one I use for that. The tip of it's hard as a rock because I used this for the gloss. And the gloss made it go hard even when I tried washing it. But I found that those are the only two blue handled ones, dark blue handled ones that I've bought, and I won't buy those again. I won't. I like the brush itself, but I prefer the light green handles. The pink isn't bad. These ones here I bought at Michael's. These are makeup brushes from the dollar stores. I have a whole package of them. This one, I think this one I got from the, I got this one from my class. But as you can see, it's pretty I used it a lot. And this one's like, this is a Wet n Wild brush. Yeah, so, and this is another one. I like this one too for getting in the small little spots to blend. And it's another Wet n Wild. But these rainbow ones are pretty good. This one I bought, it's an Artist Loft, and it's called a horse or a hoof brush. I think it's because it's shaped like a horse's hoof. And this brush here, the hairs fall out of it all the time. I bought this at Michael's, and the hairs fall out of it all the time. So I find it kind of junky because it's very coarse and hard, and I find that it just doesn't do as nice of a job as the makeup brushes. Yeah, this is another one. Another makeup brush, Ariposa. Yeah. But these little rainbow ones, I love this set of rainbow ones. Just love it. The rainbow ones had a big brush too, like a big pouncy brush, but I gave that to a friend of mine for her silicone to use for baby powdering her silicone. So, because I don't normally use the big brush for blending too much. So I don't blend much with the big brush. I use the sponges more for my blending with the bigger surfaces. On much bigger surfaces. Been super warm this week. So my dogs have been spending more time outside because I know for a fact in a couple weeks it'll be back to, it's too cold to go out, don't leave us out. And they're only out for 5 seconds. They pee, they poop, they come back in. Sometimes my little guy doesn't even poop. He just waits till he gets in the house and poops. Then I have to give him trouble because he has a bad habit of that. Goes outside in the cold and his bowels go, nope, not pooping. And then the minute he comes back in the house, his bowels are like, no, I'll poop. And he poops on the floor. I usually can catch him before he poops, but because he has this same little thing he does when he's about to go poop. But sometimes he waits until I go off to the bathroom and I don't see him doing his little poo-poo dance. It's my little teacup chihuahua. He really doesn't like the winter time at all, which I don't blame him because he's so small. It doesn't take long to get cold when you're that little. He sleeps under a blanket in the summertime because he gets cold. He's a wimp. Wimpy, wimpy. Yep, he's my wimp boy. Yep. He loves being wrapped in a blanket. That's his favorite thing ever. All right, so there, if you can see the creases, there's the creases on the tummy plate now. So there you go. All right, that was a head and a tummy plate creased. And that took me 37 minutes, as you can see, to do that, almost. Well, about 35, because I talked for a couple minutes at the beginning of this video. So yeah, it's not a fast process to do your creases, but it's amazing how much detail the creases make on a kit. And like I said, in some areas, you don't want to go too overpowering with creases. Like, for instance, the bottoms of the feet, there's a whole lot of little crease lines in the bottoms of the feet. And I go with the main big ones, and I leave the little teeny ones kind of not done because there's just too many of them, for one, and for two, some of them are just lighter creases. Like if you look at your own foot or take a small child's foot and look, some of the creases are much lighter and some are much more pronounced. So I try and just pronounce a few and then leave the others kind of lighter. But I always make sure I hit all the good creases in the thigh. So there you go. There you have it, creasing. So don't forget about the channels that we did the shout outs for. Love for Reborns, Booties and Bonnets, My Therapy Reborn Group, and Jailene and Reborns. Those are the 4. Oh, and Dahlz Partz by Brandy, sorry, and Maya Reborns. So there's the 6 channels that I'm doing shout outs for today. So yeah, check out those channels. Their links will be in the description of this video. And there you go. Well, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And, oh, I don't know if you noticed, my hair's not long anymore. Last time I did a video, my hair was really long. But now it's shorter. I went and got a haircut a few weeks back. So, yeah. So, there you go. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hit that like if you like this video. Hit that dislike if you didn't like this video. And hit that subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm going to try and do more painting videos here and there. Yeah, so smile, everybody. Share a smile with a friend. And stay safe. Bye-bye.